going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back in with SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Salute to everyone that's in the building right now. If you are here and you can hear me loud and clear, please drop your ones in the chat. Please drop your ones in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. Please drop your ones in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me out there. Drop y'all ones out there, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear so we can get into today's show. Okay. I see you guys can hear me. I see you guys can hear me. Let me get two more ones, y'all. Let me get two more ones. I need two more ones, y'all. Okay. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. Man, I got another great show lined up for us today. We're going to get into it today, man. We're going to get into it today. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that share button on the way in. Show y'all free support by hitting the like button and hitting the share button. Like and share today's show. Like and share today's show because we got to talk about this, man. I think this is a conversation that as we get older, we should begin to have, man, because a lot of times, a lot of us go through life and we let life live us. And we just go through life blind to things, not understanding things, not understanding why this happened, when this happened, why this occurred. And we just, before we know it, we dead, man. This has been a lot of people in the world for a long time. Where people just let life live them. They just get tossed to and fro. It is what it is. They're not trying to have any control or trying to do anything. It's just whatever. And it even comes to a lot of things in our lives, man. A lot of things. So we're going to get into today's show because this is something that I just found out. And I put it in the title. So shout out to everyone. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. We're going to get into it today. I'm going to see who's in the chat. And then we're going to get into it, man. Shout out to all the visionaries, of course. Shout out to my lovely lady mods. Whoever's in the building, I'm going to get to it real quick. But make sure you guys support the show. Hit the like button. Hit the share button as well. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to my man, Astral. What up, Astral? Salute, fam. Salute. Shout out to my man, Bob. What's good, Bob? How you doing, bro? Shout out to my brother, the underrated one in the building. Good afternoon, my brother. Salute to you, man. Salute, salute, salute. Seth's son in the building. Peace to the God, Seth's son. Salute. Hey, Mahogany, how you doing? She says, you know who I found out suffers from mental illness? Lady Gaga. I never knew that. Not surprised, but I never knew. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. One of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. How you doing, Classy Creole? Hope all is well with you. Good to see you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start playing more music like that, Mahogany. I'm gonna start playing more music like that. Let's see who else is in the building. See who else is in the building. Shout out to my man Tampa Supreme. What up, Tampa Supreme? Salute, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your support. Oh, you're a huge Lady Gaga fan. Okay. Shout out to Miss Queen in the building. Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Shout out to you, Queen. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man Club in the building. What up, Club? Salute. Salute. Green Martian in the building. What up, Green Martian? What's good, man? What up, Stingray? Shout out to my man Stingray in the building. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see who else is in the building. What up, Mother J? What's up with you? What's going on? Free my grandma in the building. What's up, free my grandma? Salute, salute. See who else is up in here before we get into it. We're gonna get into it today. Hey, Cynical, how you doing? Shout out to Cynical in the building. What's up, Cynical? Luxury Pick in the building. What up, Luxury Pick? What's good? What's good? Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone, man. Oh, bro said, what track was that? Oh, that was a old school track, man. I found this channel online. Actually, my cousin, he sent it to me. And that's how it's a bunch of those tracks too. It's a bunch of those types of tracks. Seth's son. No doubt, Mother J, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone, man. Y'all see today's show. I just found out one of my favorite rappers suffered from mental illness. Now, y'all know over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, the motto, one of the mottos is heal before we build. And over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, it is not uncommon for us to speak on mental health issues. Because as y'all know, over here is where we actually care about men. We actually care about the well-being of the men. We also encourage brothers. We motivate brothers. We help brothers stay on a path. But we also give constructive criticism as well. Because over here it's all about agency. And if something is something that black men better understand, if we don't understand anything else, we better understand that we are our own agency. We could go out and get help from agencies and society and all of that, but we got to understand as a group, black men, at the end of the day, all we really got is us. You see? We are our own agency. We need to understand this. And we need to understand the importance of this. What's up, Old Head TV? What up, Mike C? What's good? So y'all see today's show, man. I just found out that one of my favorite rappers suffered from mental illness. Do yours? Do yours? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why do I like the rappers that I like? Why do I listen to their music? Why is their music so alluring to me? Why is he actually my favorite rapper? What makes him my favorite rapper? Why do I put him in that category? See, we spoke on this yesterday. As you grow and you develop, your position changes in life. And when your position changes, your perspective must change. So my perspective on rap lyrics, the influence of music, it has changed for me a lot. Mike C says, I stopped rap. What up, Zuma? We're all mad here. Shout out to my guy Zuma Doom in the building. Salute, bro. Queen says she just got home from work. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. What up, The Answer? Shout out to The Answer. Salute. Mother J says, mine definitely is changing, and I prefer R&B and my slow jams now. And I still listen to rap. It's just that I listen for different things now. You know, a lot of older guys, you know, a lot of us older millennials, a lot of guys are saying how the music is trash now. The music is this, the music is that, the music is this, the music is that. And what I always like to remind people is, remember when your parents said that to you? So don't be so quick because you like what you like to bash these young guys and these young girls because your mama didn't listen to the bullshit you was listening to. Your mother and your father thought the shit that you was listening to was trash and toxic too. So don't be so quick to jump down these younger people's throats about what they listening to. Because your mother didn't listen to Biggie. Your mother didn't listen to Zero. Your mother didn't listen to 3 6 Mafia. Your mother didn't listen to Jay-Z. Your father didn't listen to Eminem. Your uncles and them wasn't listening to Mobb Deep. So before you get to casting judgment and saying, oh, something wrong with y'all. How could y'all listen to this? How could y'all listen to that? And you was listening to Trina. You was listening to Trina. You was listening to whole music. You was watching Luke videos. But you talking about these young boys and these young girls, how they twerking everywhere. But you was watching Luke videos. You was watching the tip drill video. What are you talking about? See, we be so quick because a lot of us, when we start getting older, we start forgetting that we done lived the whole fucking life. This what kills me with a lot of people. People start acting like they haven't lived life with the stuff that they say about other people. People start acting like they the only one that experienced some shit. Shit just got bad now. Oh, this music is toxic. What you think your grandmother was listening to? You think she was listening to some shit that she should have been listening to? This is exactly why the mental health crisis will not be solved overnight, because you have too many people who don't have any empathy anymore in society. We're not empathetic anymore. Everybody is so self-centered that you can't see that by you adding your negativity to a narrative, that continues to help the confusion in the world about people, which creates a mental health crisis. Because the reason why this place has a mental health crisis is because nobody wants to sit down, take the time to get to know each other. We're in a mental health crisis because everyone's lives is transactional. It's all about what you could do for me. And if you can't do nothing for me, fuck you. This is why everybody's crazy in the world, because that's not human. It's not human to live life that way. That's not human. That is not the activity of functional human beings. This is why the youth is getting worse. This is why the music is getting worse. The music only depicts the condition of the people. So why are we so outraged? Because people only sing and rap about what they see people go through and what they go through and what they know other people went through. This is how you make music. This is what music is about. So when you hear all this drill rap, that's because we're living in a drill culture, which is a kill culture. You say something to me I don't like, I'll blow your brains out. This is the condition of the streets today. And women are operating the same way. You hit my car, I'ma kill you. Because you don't know how hard I worked to get my car. How hard you gonna have to work to get out of jail, dumbass? How hard you gonna work to get out of jail, dummy? Mental illness. Mental illness. People are walking around functioning with their mental illness as if they're normal. People are walking around schizophrenic, acting like and calling it, oh, I'm just aggressive. No, you're not aggressive. You have a mental problem. What you have is you have hormone imbalances. That's your problem. Your neurons in your nerves and shit is fucked up in your brain. See, listen, y'all think this mental health stuff is a small thing. But since I've been back in school, I see this is the shit that America has been hiding for the past 100 years. This is the real problem in America. This is the real problem. You don't even know your favorite rapper is bipolar. You thought I was feeling you? Oh, are you really a munch? You don't even know that these people suffer from mental illness. And you wondering why you and your friends is messed up. See, this is why I said Now I'm looking at the music differently. Because I just found out one of my favorite rappers suffers from mental illness, Ghostface Killah. Shout out to Ghostface. One of my favorite rappers. One of my favorite rap groups of all time is the Wu-Tang. I grew up listening to the Wu. That's all my uncles listen to. Wu-Tang. Gangster shit. Shout out to Mr. D. Appreciate you, Mr. D. Appreciate that super chat, my brother. He said, salute, DS1. Keep teaching. Yes, sir. Salute, my brother. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta turn this. Okay, we back. We back. We back. We back. Shout out to my man Club. Club says, AKA the best member of the Wu. A lot of people say that. Ghostface was definitely one of my favorites, but my favorite out of the Wu is not Ghostface, is Raekwon. Raekwon the Chef is my favorite out of the Wu-Tang. Out of the Wu, Raekwon is my favorite. But as a solo artist, Ghost is my favorite. But when it comes to the Wu and hearing all of them together, I used to sit back and prepare and wait just to hear Raekwon's verse. That's why one of my favorite albums of all time is Only Built for Cuban Links. And it's because him and Ghost had so many tracks together. It was, you know. But Raekwon is actually my favorite out of the group, out of the Wu. It's Raekwon, then it's Ghostface. Then it's Old Dirty Bastard. Rest in peace to ODB. AKA A Son. A Son. Shout out to Tom. What up, Tom? No, my favorite is MC Light, Special Ed, De La Soul, Heavy D, Moni Love, KRS-One, Rakim and Nas. You named a lot of people, Tom. Some of those people could have mental illness, bro. The Purple Tape. Big facts. Shout out to Cuzzo in the building. Salute to Jeff Reviews. Cuzzo says, damn, I didn't know my guy Tony Starks was battling mental health issues. Me either. Shout out to my homegirl Lack of Black, because she the one who sent me this video. She the one who sent me this video we're going to take a look at. But I didn't know either. I didn't know that the type of mental health issues that I didn't expect for him to be suffering what he was suffering from. I always think, because y'all do know that over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we the one who's ushered in this whole mental health conversation. Y'all do know that, right? So pat yourselves on the back. If y'all been supporting DS1 and Sheep Stay Sleep TV for the past couple of years, y'all understand that we're the ones who started this conversation, even in the industry. They got this conversation from right over here. I did a show a few months ago explaining to y'all how they're able to hear us and how YouTube content creators is one step away from the industry. All they need is the proper cosign. If I If I get a guy like Kevin Gates, the co-sign Sheep Stay Sleep TV, if he was to come out in an interview right now and say, yo, shout out to my man DS1 Ross over there at Sheep Stay Sleep TV. He was one of the young brothers I heard. He was talking about mental health. If Kevin Gates was to come out and to say that, I'd be out of here, y'all. I'd be on the next thing smoking to California. I'm telling y'all. We already broke down how they listen to us and take our shit. How you think they found Kevin Samuels? Rest in peace. Then Kevin Samuels ended up chilling with Future. I keep telling y'all, this shit is not a game. This is not something we just doing. This is real life. I keep telling y'all this. Why do y'all think people think Kevin Samuels' death is a conspiracy? Because Kevin Samuels was in the rap industry. He was hanging around rappers. He met those dudes. He met Future. He met T.I. He met all them niggas who bring his name up. He met them. He was living in Atlanta, in Buckhead. He met these dudes. He was sitting around them. You see? This is not something that, oh, well, you know, that was just something you was doing. No. This shit can take you somewhere if you saying something. They've been listening to us over here. You think Charlemagne didn't listen to us? Because he the one who started the whole mental health conversation in the industry. Where you think he got it from? Scrolling on YouTube, listening to niggas like me. These niggas know they can't give me no recognition. Because if you give a guy like me a recognition, I'll take these niggas' jobs. See, y'all got to understand how the industry works. It works just like YouTube. And why certain niggas never give me the proper recognition. Because if they do, they know that their positions are in jeopardy. See, when you mention me amongst the elites, it's like, oh, him? Then niggas start whispering to each other. I know. I know how this works. I know when you a threat to the machine. And what makes you a threat to the machine is if we bring you in, are you going to change the minds of the consumer? See, because over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, I'm not just elevating myself, I'm elevating my audience to accept higher levels of content. So if I go on a Fox News, if I go on shit like that, they're going to be like, oh, that's DS1. Oh, I know he getting ready to cook. See, this is an easy way to get yourself knocked off. See, they'll knock me off for some shit like that. That's an easy way to get yourself killed. Because you going against the machine. You making the consumer smart. You must don't want no money. That's what they always tell me. DS1, you must don't want to be rich. Why you care about the people so much? Why you care about the people's well-being? Why you care if they not confused and not believing a lie, nigga? You got to pay your bills. See, this is how wicked people talk to you. They don't, and see, people talk like that ain't wicked, but that is wicked. Because you paying your bills at the expense of someone else. So I got to pay my bills knowing every goddamn month that somebody walking around crazy out here because I done lied to them. Oh, DS1, why you worried about that, man? What? See, you gonna fuck up the money. This is why I don't be around people. Because people too simple-minded. And people don't understand how the industry works. The easiest way to get a nigga is to buy him off. And that's the easiest way to get rid of you. Because guess what's going to happen? They're going to pay you to get rid of somebody, and they're going to pay somebody else to get rid of you when they tired of your dumb ass. And this is what's been happening to black men forever, who think they could play the rugged individual game. This is what happened to Kevin Samuels. Oh, you not going to bring no brothers in with you? Okay. Now we can freely kill you and get away with it, dumb nigga. Dumb nigga. See? And now you're just a meme. You're a meme. That's what you become. You become a status. This is what you become. Because you playing for money. You don't know the game. You don't know the game. How you think all these niggas running around here claiming that they were street niggas back in the day? These was the same niggas getting $10 off every pack they sold. But they'd get on the internet and tell you how they was making all this money and they was getting to this bag. Nigga, you was getting $10 off 100. Who you talking to, little nigga? You was a glorified little nigga in the streets. That's what you was. But them older niggas made you think you was doing something special when they bought you that new little outfit. And they let you put their chain on and you could run around in the hood. Mental illness. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Tom says, Sheep, you better preach the truth. America would definitely be scared of you 100%. Come on now, I already know that. I already know that. Come on now. If the manosphere was scared of me, come on. The manosphere was scared of me. That's why the manosphere don't want to mention my name. They rather mention these new nobodies than to mention the guys who stand true. Because I already stood the test of time. My platform still stands to this day on the same rhetoric. That's why they won't say my name. Tom? That's why they won't say my name, because I'm one of the real ones, the ones that's tried, tested, and proven. See, I'm one of those. And I'm not just talking. I'm one of those. You can go back. Still on the same shit to this day. Speaking for the bros. Same thing. Not speaking to pay my fucking bills. Not speaking to have a career because I'm too lazy to go to school and get an education. So I'm going to make a YouTube career. No. This is where you build a brand. See, a career is based on, it ain't nothing but a bigger job. That's what a career is. That's what a career is. See, if you on YouTube, you should be trying to build a brand. You see? Because cyberspace is forever. This shit is recorded forever. And that's the game. That's what we shooting for. That's what we shooting for. That's one of my life's missions. When I die, to be mentioned in a textbook. Not to be mentioned as a fucking meme on TikTok. No, I'm going to be mentioned in the education realm. Yeah. 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 Mural. Not a rapper, a mural. Yeah, one of those. And you know where it all started at? Right here. Right here. Right here. See that? So my son could say, my daddy was somebody, not just to me, but in the world, to the world. He was somebody important. People love my dad, not just his family, but people in the world. He affected people in the world. That's real manosphere shit. That's what we talking about. That's called my jersey gonna be in the rafters. See, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. When I'm up out of here, I'm gonna be a legend. See that? I'm not gonna be the nigga that we knew for being this way for 10, 20 years. And before he died, he became a complete goofy. Nope. Nope. What up, P-Ness? Nope. And one of the things that has kept black men back for a long time is mental illness. That a lot of people used to say back in the day was excuses. Oh, you black men just making excuses. Until you find out he really got a mental problem. Is it an excuse now? Or how about when you find out you're dealing with mental illness and you still don't let that shit stop you? We're going to talk today. T Church says, everyone forget we auditioning every day. Because people forget about life, T Church. Because people are so self-centered, they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They don't know it till it's too late. They don't know it till it's too late. P. Ness says, I just had a close friend self-transition last week from mental illness. It's real out here, man. It's real out here, man. It's real out here. It's not a game. So men, go get help, man. Go get help. Go get help. I'm telling y'all this. Don't wait till you get you some money. Go. If you got health insurance, you can go see a psychiatrist. You can go see a therapist. Look on the back of your goddamn Medicaid card, nigga, and find the number. Just like you could go on your phone and find 10 niggas that sell weed and pills. Why can't you find a goddamn psychiatrist? See, we got all the niggas with the sedatives on speed dial. Come on, we're going to talk real today, brothers. We got all the niggas who got the shit that we need to cope. We got all the coping niggas on speed dial. The weed man, the coke man, the perk man, the addy man, the Zan man. These are all coping mechanisms. What do you think drugs is? You think we use drugs for the cope, nigga? What you think we use alcohol and those cigarettes? That's the cope. We got all the coping doctors on speed dial. You could call 20 niggas that sell pills, but you can't find a therapist in your neighborhood? Huh? Yo, I can't find no nigga. Read the back of your Medicaid card. Come on, fellas. I don't want to hear that shit no more. Yo, you don't shut up, nigga. We can Nigga, we will find a weed man in the middle of the I-95. We'll find a nigga with some weed. Nigga start pulling over at gas stations. Yo, who got that czar? But you can't find a therapist. Niggas give me all types of excuses. But you know, yeah, when you got shorty, you know where the perk man at. If that perk man is at work, you got 2-3 other niggas that sell perks in your phone. Why you don't have that many goddamn therapists on speed dial, nigga? Why you ain't got no therapist in your phone? Can you call your therapist? I could call my therapist. I know her by her first name. I could call her. You know the coke man by his government name. That's your homeboy. Where's your therapist, buddy? Lean man on speed dial. What's your therapist's name, buddy? Zuma says, I got my... That's what I'm talking about, Zuma. At least you said za and not the perks. At least you said you got your therapist in your weed. You ain't got your therapist in your coke or your therapist in your pills and your lean. See, all I'm saying, fellas, is we need to be more resourceful to one another outside of trauma. We need to become more resourceful in aiding and helping each other get out of trauma. Can we just stop helping each other find drugs and loose women? Because you could put me onto that real quick. Oh, yeah, I got you a girl. She'll get you right. You got some money? You know where the holes in the drugs at. See, you can always assist your brother with that. See, that's why I came to the manosphere. Not to help brothers get women. Not to help brothers, teach brothers how to map to a woman. Nigga, that shit is minuscule. Because you got to have confidence for you to even think you mapping to a woman. You got to have confidence. So now we got to figure out what's affecting your confidence. Now you at the goddamn therapist talking about how you miss your dad. See, because that's the issue on why you ain't got no confidence, which is why you ain't got no woman. See? I'm not here to get you no date, nigga. That's not why I ever came here. I'm not going to teach you how to get a date. That's for you to figure out. That's your business. I'm trying to stop you from killing somebody in the goddamn Walmart line because you had a fucked up day. And nobody knows the shit that's been building up in your mind the past couple of weeks. And some dumb nigga in Walmart just want to be stupid today. And it's just so happened today that you bought your XD outside. And I'm not talking about Disney. I'm not talking about Disney. But this just so happened you bought your XD outside today. See, this is why I decided to create a platform. I don't care about no hoes. And if you get hoes, if you getting coochie, I don't care. That's your business, homie. That's too personal for me. That's why y'all see I don't do shows like that. Ain't nobody tracking your pants and how much draw. Man, that's weird. That's why I don't do that stuff. I'm trying to stop you from deleting somebody or deleting yourself. Or both. I'm trying to stop brothers from crashing out. Because one of my other homeboys, he just did. Yeah, I grew up with him. Another one that I grew up with. See, since y'all been watching me, I'm still losing my friends that I grew up with. You know how that make me feel? Nigga, we supposed to be past that. We at an age where my friends are still dying and going to prison, man. And now, when that shit's supposed to be over, we supposed to be raising our kids now. Having barbecues and walking around with our toes out in grass and shit, grounding. We supposed to be grounding now. My man's in the hood going to prison, crashing out. Because nobody caring about the state of their mental. One of my homeboys I just grew up with, he just made the news. He made the news, man. And if anybody listening from the hood, do not put his name in the chat room. Do not put his name in the chat room. He just made the news. He's never coming home for what he's done. This is my childhood friend. My father and his father grew up together. Yes. This is the people I grew up around. These are the people I be telling y'all about. I'm not lying. I know these people, mothers and fathers. They mothers and fathers hung out with mine. These are not strangers. I'm not telling nobody else gangster stories. I don't do that. I don't glorify that shit because I'm living the tragedies of it still. Still to this day. My homeboys that went to jail and went to Spofford, they kept going in and out of prison because of mental health issues that they had since we was little. Y'all, everybody done grew up and had those friends that was crazy. A lot of my friends that I grew up with from little was crazy, like little crazy boys. They wasn't just bad. Because we all was cursing. We've been cursing since we was little. That's nothing. I'm talking about some of my friends were crazy, not bad. They was past bad. They was crazy. And see, when we was growing up, the only mental health our parents knew about was ADHD and them trying to put us on Ritalin and shit. They didn't know about bipolar. They didn't think that their son might be schizophrenic. They didn't think about that. They just was trying to keep us from staying out of special ed and them putting us on the medicines, because that's what they was doing to us back in the 90s. They'd give our moms Rimron and Ritalin and shit like that. And our parents wasn't trying to put us on those drugs, because you know those drugs stop you from reproducing, stop you from having children. So our parents in that time, they didn't know about bipolarism. They didn't know about schizophrenia. They didn't know about that shit. They didn't. I literally have friends that's crazy. I guarantee you, if they get a psych eval, they're going to be diagnosed with schizophrenia. I guarantee you. Guaranteed. And it's like 4 or 5 of my friends. They've been in and out of prison our whole life. They start going to prison at like 13. Mental illness is a real thing, man. I'm seeing how this shit affected my whole generation. Because I'm looking at my friends. I'm looking at myself. This stuff is not pretty. This is not something you just oh well, it's life, and you just gotta keep. No, no, no. That's the problem in the black community. We've been doing that shit for decades. Oh, it's life, and we just gonna get it. So then my son gotta have it too. Then that's what you're saying, because we ain't gonna do shit about it. We just gonna live and keep going. Then my son gonna have to deal with it. Then my grandson gonna have to deal with it. No, it's time for this shit to end. Somebody gotta put an end to this shit. Somebody gotta start the process of healing. Everybody else too scared. Everybody else too scared to look at themselves and say what happened to them and say it ain't right. I don't want my fucking son to have to deal with none of it. So this shit gonna have to stop. And that's what we gotta start stepping up as men and doing. This is why we gotta be there, men. Because we're the only ones that can stop it. The women are just gonna carry this shit from generation to generation to generation. Because they're taught to survive. Men are taught to die for what the fuck they believe in. Women are taught to live with shit. Did you hear what I said, men? We were taught to die for some shit. Women was taught to live for whatever goes on. You just live and survive. That's women. That's not us. We supposed to die for some shit. The fuck we living for nothing? If you ain't willing to die for nothing, what you living for? You ain't no man, nigga. You ain't got nothing invested in this shit. You don't take life serious, nigga. If I'm not willing to die for some shit, what the fuck am I living for as a man? What are you living for? For somebody to say, hi, good morning. That's for women, nigga. We men. We talking about the world of men. Women are taught to survive in this bullshit. Men are taught to do something about it. That's what the fuck a man does. He does something about shit. He don't stand there and say, well, it's life. And you just gotta live life. That ain't no man. That's a woman. That's women. Because women carry this shit from generation to, because they got wombs. They got wombs. They carry this shit in their womb. They carry it in their womb. They carry the curses. Men create the curses. Women carry them. Women carry the shit that we created. All that fucked up shit. They're left to carry and bear that shit. It's our job to come in to squash it, burn it, eradicate it. So you don't have to bear this shit anymore. So my son don't have to bear it. My daughter don't have to bear it. We gonna kill this shit. We gonna kill this disease. I'm gonna live my whole life trying to kill this shit out of my family. And if I die, guess what? I started the goddamn process. And what you think my son gonna do? And what you think his son gonna do? And his son. Because we got a mission. Because that's what a man's life is supposed to be. A mission. Now he's just coming and going. It's just what it is. That's the life of a woman. Because they're subjected to the environment and what the fuck men present to them. That's a woman, not a man. I'm supposed to get upset and try to change it. That's why I'm a man. And guess what? When I change it, guess who gonna feel better about it? You, woman. It's going to be more comfortable for you because it's more comfortable for me. Yeah. You get it now? Because it's more comfortable for me. And if it's more comfortable for me, I'm going to make sure it's paradise for you. That's how men are. You think I'm going to be at war out here and everything going to be peaches and cream for you? It don't work like that. I know, bro. I know. Shout out to AC. What up, AC? People focus on the physical, but it's really more spiritual. Facts. Psychological. Absolutely. Cynical says, you know how people can feel the energy of a miserable person? Imagine the energy of a traumatized person when it comes to people they're raising. People can imagine that, Cynical, because a lot of people, they don't think that far. A lot of people don't think past themselves. A lot of people can't think past people who's just there for them. A lot of people can't think or think on terms of assisting others, Cynical. They don't think about how their behavior affects others around them, how it plays into the confusion in the environment and all the other shit that it creates. People don't think that far, Cynical. You saw when I did yesterday's show. People don't even think how their actions affect their fucking kids. We saw that on yesterday's show. I ain't think about it like that. I know you didn't, because you're so used to fucking being selfish that you don't even think the decisions you make for you and the people you like to be around in your life, how it affect your fucking children. You don't even think about that because you're so fucking selfish. Because you're selfish. Because you think your life is still yours even when you have a child. This is why. And we wonder why these children fucked up. We just be wondering why. Why? Won't you look in the mirror? Turn the motherfucking light on and look at yourself. You know why? You just running from it. Because that's what all the other generations did. Well, it's up to them to deal with it. We had to deal with what we had to deal with. So it's life. Until you get a generation like we have with the Generation Alphas and the Gen Zs that'll burn the whole motherfucking village down. Hey, Zuma, what's that? What's your favorite African proverb, bro? Put it in the chat for me. They'll burn down a whole motherfucking village to get the attention of their parents because their parents so caught up in they self and what the fuck they ain't done in their life. Leaving their children to fend for themselves and figure out life on their own. See, we think child neglect is just not feeding the child. What about never supporting them with shit? Whenever they want to do something, you ain't there. You ain't there to help. You ain't there to give a helping hand. You ain't there to congratulate them. You just there. See, that's child neglect too. See, in the black community, we think child neglect is your child going to school with dirty clothes, beat up sneakers. They ain't got a haircut. We think that's child neglect. Forgetting that you used to go to school with fucking penny loafers on. See how silly we are? See how disturbed in the head we are? We think that's child neglect. No, child neglect is something totally different. Got shit to do with your son wearing dirty sneakers. The fuck? That ain't child neglect. Child neglect is not showing up to their performances in school. That's child neglect. Child neglect is when your child come to you and say they want to be something in life and you tell them they can't be that they need to be something else. They can't be that. You never encourage them to be anything. You never listen to their goals and aspirations in life because you never had time for that because you was too busy dealing with yourself. That's child neglect. That's child neglect. See? And all of this stuff is what creates, is the building blocks to mental illness. This is the building blocks to depression. Childhood depression. Child neglect. Being ignored. Always being tormented and told what they can't do. Always telling them to shut up and be quiet and nobody want to hear what they got to say. That's the build. All of this stuff is the building blocks to mental illness. That motherfuckers in the black community call, well, that's just how we was raised. As if that was right. As if that made you a functional person. You see? You see why we got to talk about this? And then this stuff transfer over into us idolizing people with mental illness. You see the title? I just found out one of my favorite rappers got mental illness. A nigga I've been listening to since I was 8 years old. This nigga is crazy. And I've been saying his lyrics since I was in the 4th, 5th grade. Because I was familiar with what he was talking about. You see how it all connects? See how all this shit in your life connect when you get to starting to think about it? Look how it all connect itself. You know who put me on to the Wu-Tang? My uncles. Because my uncles is God body. I told y'all this. They God body. I don't have older brothers. I was listening to them. Wu-Tang, Smith & Wesson, Boot Camp Clique, Black Moon, Sean Price. I was listening to this type of shit. Buck Wild and them niggas. I was listening Helter Skelter. I was listening to these niggas. I'm finding out that my uncles was listening to crazy niggas. These niggas was crazy. Y'all ain't hear the stories of ODB? This nigga was crazy. This is shit my uncles had me listening to as a little boy. Me and my cousins. Listen to Wu-Tang Forever album every day. Every day. I damn near know the whole Triumph song. A Bomb Atomically, Philosophies, Philosophies with Hypothesis. Come on, man. The whole albums. And then you find out that one of your favorite rappers got schizophrenia. Because we getting ready to get into the video. Right, Onyx. Shout out to my comrade in the building. Salute my brother. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Legends, man. We looked up to these people. We didn't even know that these men were suffering from things. We didn't know. The 90s ninjas, come on. They was rapping about what they was doing. cracks and weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. You know, we grew up thinking that that was cool. When we heard it and we said it, we thought that, oh, them niggas is cool. They smoking. They eyes is red. I'm telling y'all how it was for us when we was little. We thought that shit was cool to have red eyes. Your eyes bloodshot red. You got on a fatigue suit with fronts in your mouth with the fangs. With the army fatigue suit with the Timbs that go all the way up your leg. Yeah. We know, we thought that was being militant. We didn't know that these niggas was borderline crazy. We didn't know this. We didn't know that these niggas was smoking dust. I didn't know, you know, the whole Wu-Tang smoked dust. Y'all heard Ghost? I smoked the black dust. He used to put it in his rock, smoke the black dust. He made that shit fly, smoking dust. Do y'all understand the seriousness of what I'm saying? He made that shit fly. I smoked the black dust. What the Let's not get into the wallabies, Seth, son. The two-tone wallabies. You know how bad I wanted a pair of wallabies in elementary school? The two-tone wallows. The suede brown wallabies with the gum. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Ghostface made the two-tone wallabies famous. One color this side, the other color this side. That's why Clark started making those different color wallabies. It was because of Ghostface, his raps. We didn't know what dust was. We didn't know. See, y'all call it sherm. We called it dust until we found out it was embalming fluid. Shit they put in bodies. We didn't know that. We thought it was fly. Smoking woolies. Right, bro. Cracking weed. That's a woolly blunt. We didn't know that. We thought that was fly shit. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around with my eyes red. I bet you all the girls gonna like me. That's the type of shit we were saying to each other when we was little. We didn't. And then come to find out, these guys wasn't all the way there. We following some dudes that don't got it all. Like, when you find this out, man, when I watched this video, man, I said, I have to talk about this. No, they wasn't on no Zaza. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no, man. AC says dust and regular, occasionally lemon dro. See, that's old school. That was before I was a little kid, man. I don't know nothing about that. Nicholas Projects had Dr. Spock dust bags. Wow. Nicholas, you talking about St. Nicholas Projects in Harlem. Shout out to Champ in the building. Elisino, salute, champion. He says, I'm like, yeah, I'm not the only crazy one. Told y'all. Bro, my pops told me he tried all that shit. He tried it all. Laura tabs, all that shit. Acid, all that shit. Cynical says, didn't one of the members of the Ghetto Boys want his girlfriend to delete him, but ended up shooting himself in the eye? Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Smoking dust. Yeah, I heard about that. Smoking that dust. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Champ says we call it wet, water, sherm, loop. Yeah. See, in Brooklyn, we just call it dust. We just call it dust or bong bong. That's what we used to call it. That bon bon Z. That bon bon Z. That bon bon Z. See, in Harlem, they used to call it wet and love boat. That was the nickname for it in Harlem, uptown. They call it that love boat. I think Sherm is more of that's more like DC, Delaware, Maryland. You know, y'all call it Sherm and water. See, in Brooklyn, we call it that bon bon Z. That bon bon. He's smoking that bon bon Z. You better not smoke no blunts after him. He's smoking that bon bon Z. Yeah, he tell himself, son, yeah, we ain't doing that. We knew the dudes in the hood that was on that bon bon Z. Yeah, she did. She did, Cynical. But I don't think it was a drug thing. I don't think it was over drugs. I think she was battling mental illness. She was in deep depression. Cynical. That's Styles P. Well, that's his daughter. Because I don't like saying stepsons and stepdaughters either, because he raised that girl. You know, he was married to her mom. So that's his daughter. And yes, she did delete herself. She was in a deep state of depression. Astru says, never thought crack or coke was cool, no matter what rapper said it. Come on now. But think about this, Astru. That's because in our time, we knew what drugs was from a young age. These younger children now, they not looking at coke, crack, and heroin like we were. They're looking at coke, crack, and heroin in a pill form. You see? So this is why they need the older generation like us to be able to decipher what they're doing and make it make sense to them. See, because we saw the coke in a bag. We saw the crack get cooked up. We saw the heroin get bagged up and put in the sleeves and all of that type of stuff. So we knew what that stuff was in its rawest form. These kids today is running around with perk packs, Xan packs. That's the same thing as crack, coke, and dope, but it's in pill form. But they don't know that. You see what I'm saying, Astro? These kids don't know that when they on perks, they really on coke. That's why when they can't get a perk, they'll go get a bag of coke and sniff it. They don't know that. They dope fiends now because they used to pop Xans all the time. They don't know that. That when they popping them addies, they really on crack. They don't know that, Astro. They don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Just like mental health had a different look back in the day. See, mental health back in the day in the black community was just your child being in special ed and them trying to give your child medicine. You see what I'm saying? This is why we gotta come out here and be able to break it down, bro. We have to, man. Hey, Cece, how you doing? Shout out to Cece in the building. It's been a minute, Cece. I hope all is well with you. Champ says, oh, that's what Keith Murray used to say. Yeah. Yeah, Cali. They call it Sherm. He said that Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's scary, bro. It's scary. Yes, yeah. She deleted herself, Cece. Yeah, Styles P is one of my favorite rappers. Yep. And he spoke on, you know, how depressed he was a lot going through his life. That's what made Styles get into the whole health stuff with his wife. His wife is the one who healed him and helped him heal with the herbs and addressing his childhood traumas. That's why he was so angry and violent. You know, I love Styles, man. Styles is one of my top 3 rappers of all times, not even top 5. It's like Styles on my list is up there with Biggie. Pac is not in one of my favorite rappers. Styles is one of my favorite rappers, like favorite. I get chills listening to old Styles P to this day. Cynical says Donnie Hathaway was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. Yes, a lot of us is dealing with that. Phyllis Hyman deleted herself in the 1990s. Yep, I remember that. Zuma says pills, liquid, and now Whippets is back in style. And that's what's you know, that's what make y'all generation so fucking smart, Zuma, is because y'all know all of the old stuff too, because y'all are actually going to look that shit up. But what's so strange to me about y'all generation is y'all will go look some shit up and go and try it. Like, oh, let's see what that shit do. Like, bro, like, bro, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Like, okay, you found out what the older niggas was on, so why would you try it? That's what bugs me out about y'all generation, Zuma. Y'all actually will go try the shit that other generations was on. Like, why, bro? Leave that shit alone. What up, Mythical and Fights? How you trust white drugs at all? Good question. You can't trust drugs, period. No matter what color the substance is. Because you do know all cocaine is not white. You know? And all heroin is not tan. Cynical says David Ruffin died over. Yep, he did. Shout out to Cousin in the building. Salute the Hills Inn. He said Love Boat was the first name I heard. Our friend Keon used it a few times and updated us what really was in it and didn't like all of our responses to it. /him. Wow. Shout out to Keon too, man. This is my cousin right here. I know exactly who he talking about. Shout out to Keon, man. Salute the bro. I hope they free that man. See, when I tell y'all my friends that I grew up with, I didn't just grow up in New York. I didn't just grow up in New York. And when I say my childhood friends are dying, I mean that. That means everywhere that I've lived at and had friends, they're dying, man. And they're dying at a point where they actually supposed to be living and thriving and spending time with their children. And, you know, we at that point now, man. And a lot of us in our generation, a lot of us is just crashing out and dying, man. I just found out, you know, which is my cousin that's in the chat. One of his best friends' brother just died. He had stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 cancer. Telling y'all, man, this shit is real for me. That's why I bring it to y'all the way I do, man, because, you know, life was never peaches and cream for me. It just wasn't, man. It just wasn't. I'm doing great. Thanks. Moved back to NYC, just settling in, trying to keep up with classes. Okay. Salute to you. Salute to you, CC. Be safe out there, man. New York is not the same. Be safe. AC says, I feel like most industry people have issues because it's wicked. That's true. And I think that a lot of the issues that may be suppressed in a lot of us, when we get in the industry brings it out. I think that happens too. Because the being in a wicked environment can bring the wickedness out of a person. That's just the truth. It's the truth. Shout out to my guy, Dale Diddy. Salute, my brother. It's great to see you, my brother. Great to see you, bro. Salute, man. Elisino says, I Googled ecstasy and seen what was in it. Never touched it again. See? I found out what was in X pills too. If y'all go look up and see what's in cigarettes, y'all will stop smoking cigarettes. Let that sit on your let that sit on your roof for a minute. Go see what's in a cigarette, champ. Go see what's in a cigarette. Just one. Let's go see what's in one. Zuma says they had me on Addy when I was a kid. I be on that za to self-med because that shit did some damage. Also, why I vowed to never pop no pill or sip that perk ever. They just repackaged it as meds. Exactly, bro. Y'all see what my brother Zuma said? That he has to smoke the za to self-medicate to help with the side effects of the Adderall that they gave him when he was a kid. See, remember I was telling y'all about this. This is the shit that our parents, this is why our parents will not let the doctors know what was wrong with some of my friends. They knew their sons was crazy. One of my homeboys, I ain't gonna say his name. If anybody from the block that's listening, or if you in the chat, don't type his name in the chat. That's the bro. And he's done a total 360 in his life. Salute to my brother, man. Grew up with him too. He was the type of kid that used to threaten to blow up the school every day. If he go to class and the teacher make him mad, he's gonna leave the school, go to the nearest phone booth and threaten to blow up the school. I grew up with this kid. Bomb threats. Every school he went to until he dropped out of school. Bomb threats. This is what he used to do as a little boy. We talk about from elementary school. I'm not talking about high school. A little boy. Just because oh, you embarrassed? You embarrass me? Oh, you want to call me out? All right, watch this. Have everybody run out the fucking school. Have everybody run out to school. Then when we coming home from school, he already on the block. Oh, y'all just getting out? I've been home. Then he tell us that he the one who called. He the one who called to make the bomb threat. And we used to be like, nigga, you crazy. I used to be like, man, I ain't crazy. She shouldn't have called me out like that. I grew up with kids like this, man. And all of that stuff went untampered with. The parents left it alone because if they would have went to a social worker and told their social worker this, the first thing they would have did, they would have put them on meds, like how they did Zuma. Except back in the 90s, they was putting us on Ritalin. Ritalin and what's the other shit that had you sitting in front of the TV like this? It was Ritalin and it was another one. It was Ritalin and something else that they used to give us. And this is why I know my homeboys who've been suffering from mental illness since they was young, why they never got a chance to see anyone. Because their parents didn't want to put them on meds. Because those Prozac, yes, there it goes, cynical. Absolutely, Prozac. It turns you into a zombie. It turns you into a zombie. Yes, Ritalin is addictive. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Cynical says, are you against using pills for mental health, DS1? No, I'm not. It just depends on What are the pills for? Because I actually take anxiety medicine. See, look how I just tell y'all my business. Look how I just tell y'all my business, man. I take anxiety medicine. I take anxiety medicine to help me go to sleep. And not only to sleep, but to help my body go to sleep as well. Because just because you sleep, that doesn't mean you're at rest. So I have to take this anxiety medicine that puts me totally to sleep. What up, Saudi Tate? Exercise, good food, and avoiding negative people helps. It does. It does help. It does. But let's just be honest, Saudi Tate. How in today's society, right? Could you really avoid negative people? Could you really avoid negative people? How negativity has been normalized, Saudi Tate. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, man. Somebody could piss you off at the goddamn line just for acting stupid. So it's kind of hard to avoid negative people, especially nowadays, man. Especially nowadays, man. Because it's like people just do dumb shit for no reason now. It's like, I don't know if this is something that happens when you get older, where you just start seeing stuff a certain way. I don't know if it's just that, or if the world is just getting that crazy. Because sometimes I'll be like, man, it can't be the world getting crazy. It's just me getting older, you know? You know, it's just me getting older. It can't be that the world is getting crazy. But some people, man, they just bugged out. Right. Dumb for attention, bro. Exactly, bro. And exactly, bro. Shout out to my bro T Church for that. This is how we could end up on a crash out mission, because people be out here dumb for attention. And next thing you know, you in the back of a police car, man. I'm telling you, man. It's shit like that. You really can't avoid people like that. People who are just dumb for attention. People who would do shit just to get a reaction out of you. And then be like, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you saying that? Why are you bothering me? Oh, you don't think you're bothering me. See, people like being dumb for attention, bro. He says our world been crazy. That's why I said, I guess I'm just getting older. Deliver us from evil. What's up, deliver us from evil? Trolling is normal now. Thank you, bro. And people will troll you outside. People don't just troll on social media and on a computer. People troll you in person. People will do shit to you and not expect a certain response. That's scary. That's scary. That's scary. Champ says, nah, the world changed, bro. So it's not that I'm getting older, huh? The world has changed. People is crazy, man. Like Dale Diddy said, trolling is normal now. Somebody will literally have a phone recording you, messing with you on the line, bro. Just so you could punch them and they go viral on the internet. You know how sick that is? Do you know? Look at the girl, look at Brickface. Look at the girl who got hit with the brick. We found out that this girl was literally trolling people in real life. This is why she in jail now. Brickface. This is a mental issue, man. Mental illness. Mental illness. That's why the girl in jail now. Saudi Tate says, I've learned to never just react, but to respond, then think before reacting. Agreed. I agree. Mythical and Fight says it's a mix of both. I mean, I grew up in grandma pimps. Everyone had the fear of God in them. Nobody knows what a switch from a tree is anymore. Facts. Facts. Absolutely. Tom says, sheep, bad friends is unhealthy too, fam. Clean that toxic so-called friends. Clean that so-called friends can be bad for health 100% because their problems always worse than yours. That's true. That's a great point, Tom. Those toxic friends do get you in a lot of shit, do keep you in a lot of shit. That's true. That's true, bro. When you stop spending your time with certain people you even call friends, you know, certain things don't happen to you anymore. So, you know, you're because you're not subjected to it in that way. So I agree with that, Tom. So mental health is attention, I see. No. No. You just got here. You just got here to deliver us from evil. No, that's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. So was Tommy Sotomayor lying about mental health? No. No, he wasn't. No, he was not. People need that fear of God in them. Hey, look what you said, though, the fear of God. That fear only comes from, you know, but you're not even supposed to, you know, if you're going to fear anything, you should fear God. But God doesn't even want you to fear him. He wants you to love him. But let's get to this video. Let's get to this video, man. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Shout out to the dope. Shout out to the dope podcast, because that's where I found this video at. Once again, shout out to my homegirl Lack of Black. I appreciate you for sending me this video, because we definitely got to talk about this. Yeah, Tommy was on point. Can I tell you that I do agree with Tommy Sotomayor about mental health? Let's get to this video. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You could agree with Tommy. You can agree with anybody, man. You can agree with anybody, Eva. But let's get to this video. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Thank you, Miss Classy Creole. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Make sure y'all support the show. Hit the like button, hit the share button as well. Hit the like button, hit the share button as well. The donation links are going across the screen if you would like to support the show. Cashapp $ DS100 Network. DS100 Network on Cashapp. $ DS100 Network. All lowercase letters. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Let's get into this, man.
I didn't know what it was. I just couldn't figure it out. Shit.
You said you had a voice telling you to jump out the window.
I had to go. Yeah, she was telling you to do shit. She was telling you to do
jump
shit.
Out the project window.
Jump off the train, nigga.
Jump out the car window.
The car, all that shit. Like I'm going through all that shit. And the only one that I could tell, because she was telling me like, yo, stuff my man, like punch his face. And shit. So I'm telling them, but I wouldn't tell everybody.
Right.
I'll just tell RZA.
What if I told you one of the greatest hip-hop albums was all written during episodes of schizophrenia? Ghostface Killah, a rapper that I have proudly hanging on my wall and someone that ranks among my top 5 greatest MCs of all time, recently spoke of his battles with mental illness and how it influenced some of his most critically acclaimed works. If you really know Ghostface Killah's music, then you know that he almost raps in his own coded dialect, using phrases and words that are essentially paradoxical, painting abstract pictures of street life mixed with the braggadocious aura that brings a track to life. But his recent interview with hip-hop historian Teray revealed something that I was never aware of, but makes complete sense when you break down Ghostface's brilliant artistry and his eclectic style and lyricism, which we'll get into in a minute. In the next clip, Ghost details what would be the start of a dark journey that would lead to psychosis and the characteristics of schizophrenia in the early to mid-90s.
It was because I didn't know what it was when we started, but it was like, it just kept, like, I know you just started, I forgot where it's, matter of fact, it might have started when I was in Ohio. So it was, gun wars, we doing all this, I got shot and this, that, and the third. But one day, I don't know, I just smoked some shit, some weed, whatever. And like I told you, it just I'm standing in the kitchen and everything just got light to me. I just dropped the water on the floor because I couldn't hold it. Couldn't hold it. I ain't passed out. But it was just like, I told my man, I said, yo, I gotta go lay down. Yo, shit, I'm bugging right now. But he said I'm bugging too. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you ain't bugging like this bugging right here. So I laid down, and that's when the shit just was like, just started whispering. Just whispering. Get you. She started going to those worlds, like I'm trying to fight it and this, and it was just like the next morning when I woke up, it was like the blur in my vision was just kind of like you know how you staticky on the TV?
Yeah. That's
how I was looking out my fucking eyes and shit. Like everything was just like, damn, like gotta fix the channel on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So and it was lasting like that for like a minute and shit. Like it was just, everything was just off. It was just off and shit. I don't know. It kind of like made me, shit made me depressed and go. I didn't know what it was. I just couldn't figure it out and shit.
You said you had a voice telling you to jump out the window.
Yeah, I had to go. Yeah, shit was telling you to do shit. She was telling you to do
jump
shit.
Out the project window.
Jump off the train, nigga.
Jump out the car window.
The back, the car, all that shit. Like I'm going through all that shit.
Before any real medical attention.
Do y'all hear this, man? Do y'all hear this, man? Shout out to Ghostface, man. We gonna continue, but imagine hearing that as a little kid, as a little boy. Jump out the window, punch your mother, kill your father. You hearing these voices. You hearing these voices telling you to hurt people. You don't know why they in your head. You a little boy. See, this is how I believe some of my homeboys grew up. This is why we start drinking and shit early. They was smoking way before me. Some of my homeboys start smoking at like 10, 11. This shit is for real, y'all. This shit is for real, man. AC says, sounds like something entered him. Remember, he said also he was fighting PTSD from getting shot. He was in a whole lot of gun wars when he was a hustler. So he probably was already suffering from PTSD. Plus, they was smoking dust and weed with the crack in it. So when he say I smoked some weed, we knew it wasn't just weed. You feel me? We knew it just wasn't no weed. Them dudes ain't just smoke weed. But what I've read and what is coming up a lot more, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but there's a lot more information out there about weed and mental illness and how weed can also onset your mental illness. The cannabinoids and the THC and the things that's involved in the whole weed creation process, some of those things can affect your neurons in your brain and trigger certain things. So stop just thinking that weed is going to fix something, because the weed can also enhance a problem that was minute before you start smoking. So what it sounds like with Ghostface is he already had that stuff suppressed in him. And the more he was smoking that psychedelic shit, it was opening him up more and more and more and more. Y'all can look this up, man. Bro said that's them PGRs. Tell him, bro. Tell him. That's why I watch cannabis cultivators. I watch a lot of that shit. I watch a lot of that stuff, man. So if you do smoke weed, you got to be careful where you get your weed from and what you smoking, because it can onset a mental health issue like schizophrenia, like bipolarism, like you can become manic. You can become manic as well. All of these things happens to dudes. Beanie Siegel used to rap about being manic depressing. That's why he used to sip lean, because he was manic depressing. Bean said it in his music. Champ says, sounds like hallucination. I experienced that with the edibles. I think it was more than that, Champ. I think it was more than that, because Ghost is gonna continue to say how he start hearing this shit every day, bro. He start hearing it every day. This stuff becomes a part of your life. That's why it's called paranoid schizophrenia. Cece says, it runs in my family. That's why I don't do drugs. See what Cece just said? Champ? See what Cece just said? Because those drugs can trigger that stuff, and it'll come on to you full blown. You'll be full blown schizo and don't know why. It's because that dust you was smoking, that black, he said, I smoked the black dust. Come on, man. We love Ghostface. Ghostface, we love you, bro. We love you, bro. I don't look at you no different, man. Now I understand. Now I understand. Shout out to my brother Ebo, man. I appreciate that super chat. Ebo says, I had a similar issue as a child, bro. Instead of voices, it was random sounds of instruments. To get them to stop, I used to slap my ears. That's why you make beats. That's why you make beats. Ebo, that's why you are a producer. That's why, Ebo. That's why. Cece says, I heard voices when the hospital gave me perks for labor. It scared the ish out of me. See how that it onsetted those things for her. It onsetted those things. Portazar says, fam, you are right about it. I have seen it. Shout out to you, Portazar. Eva says, mental health and demonic possession goes hand in hand, sir. I agree, ma'am. I agree. I agree. Zuma says, I advocate for natural Zaza with the seeds. All my friends that smoke that PGR and that 80% plus THC be tweaked out. Facts. 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 Super facts. Super facts. Super facts. That's why I like, see, Zuma, I like a lot of the old strains because the older strains were cultivated better. You know, the strains that you don't really see on the market now, or that people call what y'all young fellas call it? Zuma, y'all say it's mid. Oh, you smoking that mid. You smoking that mid. Yeah, I smoke mids. I smoke mids. Let me stop playing with y'all, man. Shout out to my brother Alonzo Hall, man. Salute, fam. Salute to you, man. That new shit on the block is pharmakeia, aka witchcraft. Facts. GMO weed. Facts. Facts. That's why I be scared to support the designer, you know, like the brands like Gumbo, and I rocks with cookies. Because, you know, cookies is they've been in it for years, but all of these new guys coming out with stamps and all that, I be scared, Zuma. I be scared, bro. I you know, because I don't know what be in them designer bags. I don't know what they be doing. I don't know what they be doing. Yeah, that shit alter your mind permanently sometimes. Facts. Facts. Alonzo says, I recently had to stop smoking bud because they've been putting Fenty in it and making people, including me. Wow. Super sick. Wow. Damn, bro. We're going to keep you in our prayers, my brother. Salute to you, man. Damn. But they have been putting that Fetty in there. Absolutely. Reggie. Yeah. Bro says, I miss Reggie. Beef and broccoli and dro. Yep. Classy Creole says, this is why a lot of people, including myself, don't like taking synthetic drugs for anything. I would much rather an herbal alternative to treat my illness. Agreed. And a lot of us are moving away from that stuff. A lot of us. But what a lot of us have to remember too, Classy Creole, is food. This is why it's called the FDA. So the poor food, right? Even if you're taking the herbs, if your diet, right, or your genetics don't really connect with these herbs, the herbs will not fully heal you. This is what a lot of our people don't understand. You see, those herbs, they might make you feel better, but they're not going to cure it because of all the shit that's in the foods that we eat. So the trash food and the drugs, you get the concoction that you get. So then all these years of eating a certain way, and then you try to start implementing herbs, them herbs not going to work. Because those herbs got to fight all those chemicals and all of the shit that's in the food. So you need the hospital medicine. That's why you need it. See? This is how they did us, Classy Creole. So you need their drugs. Because the first drug you took from them was their food. You see? So if you don't take their medicines, that herb is not going to do anything to those herbs are not strong enough to fight off those chemicals in your food. And all of the enzymes that those things create in your body, the herbs are not strong enough to fight them off. Because you putting herbs in a cesspool of chemicals and shit. What's sea moss gonna do? What's sea moss gonna do? All you niggas just hustling. What's sea moss gonna do when you've been eating McDonald's the past 30 years? What is sea moss gonna do but make you go take a shit? Sea moss ain't gonna heal nothing. Your ass been eating bacon, egg, and cheese for 30 years. Now you think because you drink some sour sap, oh, I'm healthy. Come on now. Come on now, black folks. It's why it don't hurt to go back to school. It don't hurt to go sit down and read. Because see, even these so-called fake health gurus, it's a hustle. Now they making flavored sea moss. Now you could buy strawberry sea moss or apple pie sea moss. Come on now. Come on now. I thought the sea moss was supposed to heal me. So why the fuck it got apple pie crumb in it? I thought it's supposed to help me lose weight. So now I can lose weight eating apple pie? Hey, y'all, I could lose weight eating peach cobbler now. All I got to do is get the peach cobbler sea moss. Mental health, y'all. They know people sick in the head, man. So they could sell shit like that. What is it called? Dulce de leche. They selling dulce de leche sea moss powder. Caramel macchiato sea moss powder. These people are crazy, man. And that's because they know how crazy we are in society, man. Right, mango moss. Come on, man. Yeah, they telling me I can lose weight now, Lula. They telling me I can lose weight off the strawberry cheesecake sea moss powder. This how you know it's a mental health crisis. They're selling us shit like that. Come on, bro. It's when you, but see, I'm gonna be honest with you, Club. Then we're gonna get back into the video. When people do stuff like that, I don't just look at that as a grift. I look at you as being evil, man. When you playing with people's livelihood like that, like their health. Now, if you get scammed out your money, some shit like that, yeah, you a grifter. But when you start selling people fake water and shit that could actually take somebody's life, it's you're worse than a grifter. You on demon time. You a demon. You a demon. Yeah. Let me get that tomahawk steak moss. Let me get some lemon pepper sea moss. Yeah, Mr. D. Yeah, that bacon sea moss. Come on, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. This is nuts. This is nuts. It shows the level of mental illness in people, man. Not just in our people, but people in society, period, man. This stuff is out of control. It's out of control. Thank you, Cece. I really appreciate that. She says, great show. I enjoyed the info. Got to go study. Good luck. Good luck, Cece. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Let's get back into the video, y'all.
Was given, Ghost would go on to detail that Wu-Tang leader, the RZA, would try to make sense of what Ghost was going through. Let's roll the clip.
And the only one that I could tell, because she was telling me like, yo, snuff my man, like, yo, punch him in his face and shit. So I'm telling him, like, but I wouldn't tell everybody.
Right.
I'll just tell RZA, wow. Yo, shit's telling me to snuff you right now, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, I don't know, you know what I mean? But he's so smart that he'd bring me back by like breaking down the brain on me. Like he'd just talk to me about the brain and tell me what works and how this is connected to this and this and that and the third. And you know what should trigger it too? If I smoked again, it'll really come on like massive heavy. And you know, and I'm like, and I'll sit next to him on the bus, be like, yo, shit is just, you know what I mean? I'll tell him and he'll just talk to me. Him or Papa Wu. And it'll like bring that shit down. It'll bring it down. That's when I started knowing that. Now I'm still ignoring it, still doing the weed shit. But yeah, all that shit, man.
But as you're going through this significant,
I'm still writing rhymes though.
You're writing.
I'm writing.
Only
so my man's used to be like, you know, one nigga was like, yo, hold on, man. You ain't, how you doing all that? And this is Supreme. I mean, doing Cuban. How you doing all that? And you like this, and you know what I mean? She got you like. I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's just, I don't even know.
Your performance on that is incredible.
I don't even know how I got through it with that, because it was like, it was off. But you just got off. But and for me to take it off, I'll drink. And then but I'm figuring it out in my head, like, hold on, why I don't feel it now. But it'll come back instantly, fresh, the next morning. And I gotta live with that shit the whole fucking morning. So a lot of times I didn't say nothing. I'll just be like to myself, like.
So then, so you finally went to the doctor.
I went to the doctor, yeah, and that's when matter of fact, I went to a psychiatrist. I'm like, yo, I'm telling him shit. He's feeding me pills and stuff like that. And I'm telling him like, yo, this shit ain't working or whatever. So he took, you know, he sent me to the, that's when I found out, because he sent me across the street to get some blood work done. My sugar was like in the 5s. So when you got bad blood in you, that dirty blood, like as far as like sugar, like, you know, diabetes, it could play with your mind. It said too, because your blood is not pure. So you're gonna have bad thoughts and all the other shit like that. So now he telling me that, figuring all that shit out, like, oh, okay. So how I got rid of it, I said, yo, fuck these pills. I'm not doing that shit no more. Whatever coming to me, I'm just gonna ignore it. Just ignore it. And that's what happened. I just ignored that shit. Like, and the more I ignored it, like it's trying to come on me and tell me something, I just like, I'll go do something. Until that shit just totally just vanished and shit. Just all Cuban shit. Word.
It wouldn't be until a year later, as he was working on the album Iron Man, that Ghostface realized the psychosis was not only enhanced by cannabis, but also undiagnosed diabetes. Now, the utter brilliance in Cuban Links is more than just the thematic mafioso street raps. It's the way Ghost uses traumatic illness to create some of the greatest pieces of art hip-hop has ever seen. Let's break it down. Schizophasia is a characteristic of schizophrenia that is used to describe the symptom of confused and often repetitious language that is associated with a manic presentation. The American Diagnostic Codes from the DSM included as a symptom under the diagnosis of schizophrenia. Schizophasia may be present as speech patterns that follow rhyming and other sound associations. In an interview with Peter Rosenberg in Cypher Sounds, Ghostface talks about how he made the song Nutmeg off of Supreme Clientele, which in a lot of ways resembles schizophasia. Let's roll the clip.
Yo, Cypher, that sums it up though. Like, you create these images with just a few words,
right?
But you can end up seeing the thing that you were picturing. But would you describe it, like, I would sort of describe it as abstract art. Like, do you think it's abstract art?
I told RZA that earlier. He asked me that. Yeah. It's like, it's whatever you want to call it. I just know it's art. Like I told him when I did Nutmeg. Oof. And people could still try to decipher it, dissect it, and do it. When I did that, I was in Africa, but RZA had a beat that he was playing before I left. I forgot what beat that song went on. It wasn't on no albums though, but it might have been on one of them Swarm albums. I don't know. But anyway, I kept playing that in my head, like just in my head. So I'm out there at nighttime, and it's just like, you know, I'm in the village, like no buildings, no hotel, no nothing. It's just the stars is lit up. And I'm just thinking, and I'm like, got that beat rolling, and I'm just saying, you know what? I want to make a song or verse that you got words, but it don't mean really nothing. Don't mean shit. You know what I mean? But just go in and just try to connect these words together. And I did that. And that's where it came when my cousin Mo made that beat. I tried it to that beat and it stuck. And I just laid that verse down on it.
So yeah, so you're saying the verses of a song like Nutmeg is almost like a painting that's just splattered
everywhere.
And you don't know how it's gonna connect because the splatter just goes where it goes.
Yeah.
You are an artist, bro. But you
scientific, my hand kissing, robotic, listic, optimistic. You probably missed it. Watch me dolly dick it. It was just like all these ickets and all, you know what I mean?
What is dolly dick it?
It was just, what is that? It was that you got a that's your word now. It's like, I don't know what the fuck. I just told you. It was just a bunch of words that really put together that just wasn't nothing. Yeah.
Hold on, you want to hear?
On the classic song Nutmeg,
Now, when I found that out, y'all, I said, see, the brain is different. Like he said, y'all heard what he just said? Who know that song Nutmeg? He went crazy on it. And he just told y'all that all these years we praised that song. Some of my homies know that song every word. Especially one of my homeboys from down here. Shout out to my man Gary, man. He was a big Wu-Tang fan. One of the biggest Wu-Tang fans I ever met, you know, in the South, that I knew from the South. And if he was to find out that Ghost put that whole song together while he was schizo tripping. He was on a schizo trip. He just told us that whole song was nothing. It meant nothing. It was just him under a word pattern and just kept going with the words. And we thought that shit was so fly. We thought he was saying something. We don't even know he was bugging in his mind. He was bugging out. He was bugging out and then went and got on a mic. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. A manic episode. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Nutmeg. Go and look that song up. Go and listen to it. Go and listen to what he was saying on there. You're going to think he was talking about something. Abstract art. Shout out to Ism in the building. What up, Unc? Salute. He said, so East Coast rappers just be saying anything. Come on, Unc. It's not an East Coast, West Coast thing, man. Come on, man. Yeah, hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. ODB was the same way. Yeah. Yep. Saudi Tate says abstract art, verbal wordplay. Yep. Somebody beat me to the comment. Yeah, the Ghetto Boys did talk about mental illness. My mind's playing tricks on me. They was talking about smoking dust too. Deliver us from evil. They was talking about smoking dust too. That's why their mind was playing tricks on them. Zuma says it's like when you get drunk or stupid high and start making the most insane beat. That's why we get dummy tilted in the studio. Yeah. It takes you to that. It takes you to another realm of creativity. That's all expression and not just words. It's more of an expression and a vibe. I understand, bro. A lot of my friends rap, and they used to always want me to be in the studio, not because I was a rapper too, but because of how I help with their vibe. You know, some guys just want certain dudes in the studio with them because it motivate them in different ways. It sparks their creativity. You know, my mind is playing tricks on me. Saudi Tate, drunken master technique, ODB style. Yep. A son, the master, number one. It's a cell. Let's start beefing. Yeah, man. Yeah. Freestyle is just that, pulling words that fit the energy. So let's get back to it.
Ghost uses abrupt and disconnected lines that hold short narratives before abruptly changing to new ones, painting brief and vivid pictures of a scattered mind. Ghostface's delivery is almost manic, as if not enough lines on the page to get out his thoughts, yet the flow comes out smooth and effortless. Let's roll the clip. Terminology off of Only Built for Cuban Links, Ghostface briefly.
Hold up, son. I gotta rewind that. What you said? Tony?
Page to get out his thoughts, yet the flow comes out smooth and effortless. Let's roll the clip. apology off of Only Built for Cuban Links, Ghostface briefly details his manic frame of mind and raps the following. While I be trapped by sounds, locked behind loops, throwing niggas off airplanes, cause cash rules. Everything around me, black as you can see, swallow this murder, one verse like God degree. Trapped by sounds.
Man, shout out to my man John, the analyst in the building. Salute, 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 man. You already know GFK, man. Salute, salute to John, the analyst, man. Y'all go support my bro, man. It's my guy, man. It's my guy, man. He remind me of one of my uncles, just a crazy nigga. Crazy smart nigga, though. Crazy nigga, but he's smart as hell, but he crazy. I swear he remind me of one of my guard body uncles from back in the day. Crazy, but smart. He'll teach you some shit right before he ready to fuck you up. That's why I rock with John so much, man. Shout out to my guy John, man. I always get that feeling when I hear bro speak, man, because I know at the end of the day, it's all for the greater good, man. It's all for the greater good. I already know. So shout out to my guy John, man. John, he from that school of the hard knocks, man, where, just like my uncles, man, like they'll tell you some life-changing shit and two-piece you after. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how they grew up. And it's instilled in them. And when I hear the woo and I hear what they rapping about and see how they moving and seeing how they dress and all of that, that's the vibe that I grew up around, growing up, we wanted to be the woo. We used to wear fatigues to school. We used to wear the chucker Tims. That's who had us start wearing chucker boots. The Tims, the short Tims, the chuckers, that was the woo. The woo had us doing that. The woo had us wearing fatigue suits, wearing fatigue bandanas. That was the woo, man. Had niggas outside with army paint on their face. That was the woo. And I used to rock woo wear. For real. So when I found this out, man, that my man had schizophrenia, I was like, damn, man. I wonder how many of us other rappers or our favorite rappers, suffer from that.
Locked behind loops. Looking back at it now, this is really sad, man. It's like Basquiat turning his inner demons into $100 million art. Ghostface was suffering from extreme mental anguish that he somehow made into beautiful poetry in motion. Again, Ghostface raps in these micro dialects that really leave it up to the listener for interpretation, like on investigative reports off of Liquid Swords. Let's roll the clip. The fragmented narratives are in bursts, and by the time you register the intention, it drifts away before the next line hits you over the head. I find Ghostface's artistry even more profound and enlightening. It's hip-hop in its purest form. Ghostface is like the Van Gogh of rap, using poetry in motion to paint abstract pictures of the glory and misfortunes of the streets. Mental health in hip-hop culture and the broader black community has been stigmatized and to a degree shunned. Ghostface is in a better mental space these days, something he owes to his faith in Islam and staying physically fit. The first half of his latest project, Set the Tone, is one of my favorite moments in hip-hop this year. Look, Ghostface will always be mentioned in my top 5 of all time, but knowing what I know now, the mental obstacles he had to go through while still delivering groundbreaking hip-hop albums, makes me appreciate his music that much more. I go by the name of Nugs, and this is that dope shit.
Man, shout out to that dope shit. Shout out to Nugs, man. I appreciate that segment on my man Ghostface, man. Because like he said, man, to just know that he was dealing with this stuff and he's probably still dealing with it off and on, you know, because it never goes away according to him. You know, it can onset at any time. But to know that he was battling and dealing with this stuff and still was able to deliver classic pieces of art the way that he did, timeless music. Timeless, man. Only built for Cuban links is timeless. It's timeless. Supreme Clientele is timeless. So we got to salute Ghostface for that, man. And he's still one of my favorite rappers, man. I wonder how many other of my favorite rappers. Well, I know my other one is Styles P. And he spoke about his mental illness, depression, anxiety, paranoia. Styles have opened up about that. He was actually one of the first rappers from his time to talk about guys such as himself dealing with that stuff. And he was one of the ones who actually made the change and started and became an advocate for it. You know, as y'all know, y'all see everybody working out in the industry now. You know, y'all see the bartenders everywhere. All of that was started by Styles. Styles put those guys in the forefront and began promoting this healthy lifestyle, this juicing and all of this type of stuff. That stuff started in the industry with one of my favorite rappers, which is Styles P of the Locks. You know, Styles P was a much heavier guy when he first came in the industry. You know, now Styles is a vegan. You know, he only takes herbs. You know, and as you can see, he just Styles has a different aura now. Styles have a different aura now. Like, I think dudes still don't play with Styles. Like, they still know what type of time he could get on, but I believe he's respected even more now with the person that he's transitioned into. Because again, as we spoke on yesterday's show, with growth comes development. And as you grow, your position change. And as your position changes, your perspective must change. So when Styles went on his healing journey, he discovered another side of himself. And that's the part that he chooses to promote to the world now. He doesn't promote the angry guy from Yonkers. He doesn't promote that aspect of him anymore. He promotes the healed version of Styles, not the broken. You see? And this is what I advocate for us as well, man, that we start presenting the healed part of us. That's what we should be striving toward. This is why I say we have to heal before we build. We have to heal before we try to build the empire. Because us not being healed could be the reason why our empire gets destroyed. A lot of men don't see how they bring down their own empire. They'll run around and try to point their finger at everybody else, forgetting that they're the king. You see? So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. I appreciate everyone, man. Shout out to everyone, man. Salute, salute, salute. I appreciate everyone for tuning in today. Shout out to my lovely lady mods for coming through and holding it down. If you enjoyed today's show, support today's show. The Cash App is going across the screen. $ DS100 Network. $ DS100 Network. I appreciate everyone for pulling up today. Salute to everyone. Shout out to everyone if you supported today's show. If you hit the Cash App or if you hit the Super Chat, it's very much appreciated, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. Most importantly, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Share today's show, man. Salute to everyone in the building. Shout out to the visionaries. Shout out to my lovely lady mods once again. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and we out. Peace.